Hey guys, how's it going? In today's video, we're going to be talking about why Canopy has officially become a long-term investment for me. It's because of this news. It's because of the Constellation brand deal. This is rocket fuel. We're going to be way more global. $5 billion is a lot of rocket fuel. It's like, let's say if like Aurora and Canopy were fighting on the ground with guns, trying to compete for first place, and then suddenly Constellation brand comes along, gives Canopy $5 billion, and Canopy buys a fighter jet with it, and now Aurora's screwed because they can't afford the fighter jet. They're like, we're stuck on the ground, and while Canopy's busy fighting rockets on Aurora. That's how I see it. Aurora has no chance right now to catch up to Canopy. I mean, it's not over for Aurora. I mean, they would always be second place unless they get some kind of similar deal to Canopy. Maybe, hopefully, maybe medicine company, or tobacco company invests into Aurora. I think a medicine company would work more because medicine, because Aurora is really heavily invested into medicine because they have so many science people, and yeah. So I want to explain this. JT Mon 3Y19 says, cyber, you're supposed to sell the news, not buy the news. This deal, and I told him that this deal was so big, I had to buy it. So let's look back at history. So on October 30th, 2017, October 30th, so on October 26th, it was trading at $13, right? And then, sorry, October 27th, it was trading $12.79. And then on November 2nd, oh, sorry, not November 2nd. It's so hard to get this right for you. I wish I can like zoom in somehow. Okay, on October 30th, 2017, the stock went up to $15.22. When I heard this news from Constellation brand, my instinct told me to go out and buy some Canopy shares. And that's exactly what I did. I went out and I bought some Canopy shares. And then I told my friends to go buy Canopy shares. And I told, and they all listened to me. Well, some of them didn't because they didn't have any more money. But anyways, they went out and they bought some Canopy shares. And soon after this, like on November 2nd, when the deal closed, the next day the stock, I guess over the course of the week, the stock skyrocketed to $19. And then after that, it went all the way up to like a month later, it went all the way up to like $30-$40. So I'm hoping that history repeats itself again with this current deal. Like the stock skyrocketed, and then after hovering there for a while, and then the deal closes, then the stock moves up even more. At least I'm hoping that history repeats itself, like what happened with October, and Canopy stock goes to all-time highs of $50, $60, maybe $70, possibly $80. That would be awesome. And then one more thing I want to point out. So once this deal closes, I don't know exactly how many shares will increase. I think probably another 100 million shares. So Canopy's share amount will be about 300 million shares maybe. And then the market cap will increase to it might increase. I'm not sure, because with the liquor store deal that Aurora made, the market cap increased while the shares stayed the same. Um, so this might increase to 5 more million. That would be, I don't know, like 14 million billion maybe. So if the stock went to $80, I say it's probably gonna be within the range of $20 billion market cap, which is pretty good. And if like a Canopy is $20 billion, I'm gonna be assuming Aurora is gonna be at least $10 billion market cap. That's just my assumption, because there's no way Canopy is gonna go up without dragging the entire market with it. And then at that point, at $20 billion, it might be a selling opportunity, or I could plan to hold it long term, because it's $20 billion. I mean, $5 billion cash is a lot of money, and I'm more interested to see this in long term. Maybe I'll sell off some for some profit, and I'll keep holding and then selling off little chunks by chunks. And if I ever have like a big correction again, I'll have a decent amount of cash and I'll buy back in. At least this is going to be my strategy going forward, because I do believe in Canopy in the long term now, because $5 billion is a lot of cash. Yes, before I was rooting for Aurora, and I refused to invest into Canopy because I still saw Aurora being the better player. But now with Constellation brand deals, it's like, oh, rocket jet. I mean, sorry, yeah, basically fighter jet. Aurora is not going to be catching up to Canopy anytime soon, because Aurora is still kind of on the ground until they get their own rocket jet. Maybe a big pharma company comes in and buys Aurora, invests into Aurora, giving them the rocket fuel to catch up to Canopy, and make it a really, really interesting fight. I'm hoping, but right now it's just, I think Canopy deserves at least a $10 billion market cap over, like at least $10 billion market cap over Aurora, at least, in my opinion. We'll see what happens in the future. Namaste is great. I still like this company. I still listen to every 420 shows. I still try to keep up the company, but I'm putting this company back into speculation now, because like I see some flaws in this company, like their gross margin doesn't really impress me. I mean, they are a unique company. There's really no other company competing against their style kind of business. But no, kind of. I think Aurora and Canopy, I mean, Aurora is kind of, because they're setting up the Shopify and e-commerce stores, so they're kind of like competing with Namaste on that front. But you know, and then the medical patients that Namaste gets, like, is it gonna be a high quality medical patient, or is it gonna be medical patients that kind of order once and like don't order again? And then, like, how does the medical patient affect the Canadian rec market? Like, there's a lot of questions that I have with, like, there's a lot of speculation in the stock. Like, yes, they could grow the company. Yes, they probably will grow their YouTube channel to above mine. And maybe one day reach Jeremy's, like, YouTube audience channel, maybe, and the stock could double. Like, I mean, once they get their sale license, it could pop up to $2. I think a lot of people are waiting on that, and then I think what will happen, because you know, big money is not, they don't care. If the stock goes to $2, they're gonna sell out, and then that's gonna cause a decline back. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but the sales license will definitely pop the stock. At least I think. It might not. It might just go up like 5%, but who knows? We'll see. I would put Namaste more under speculation, while Canopy is, I don't think Canopy is a speculation stock anymore. $5 billion, like, if you think about $5 billion, right? Aurora's market cap is $6 billion. it was $5 billion at this point. And think about that, $5 billion investment. What for Aurora, that's like 100% of the market cap. That means that at this point, someone could have bought out Aurora like completely. They bought out the entire company. Like Constellation Brand could have bought out Aurora like completely with $5 billion. I mean, the management is not going to allow it because now $5 billion is undermining the company. I think Aurora deserves at least a $20 billion buyout, in my opinion, if someone was to buy out Aurora. So I think Aurora is still very undervalued, considering the fact that Canopy just got a $5 billion investment for literally 25% of the company. So like not even like 18% of the company, because it's 38%. So yeah, this amount of money is insane. And Aurora is extremely undervalued, in my opinion, like extremely undervalued. So I can see this company being a $20 billion market cap in the future, and I see Canopy probably being a $30 million market cap, or even a $40 billion market cap. But yeah, Aurora and Canopy, I would not consider speculation stocks. I would consider more of a stable stock, because you can predict where the numbers are going, and then on top of that, you can't fight the fact that Canopy has a $5 billion in cash right now. And plus an additional $4.5 billion. That's a ton of money. Like, if you combine the options and the money, it's their current market cap right now, which is insane. Okay. The one thing I am a fan of Canopy now, but Bruce Linton, slightly boringer than Cam Batley. I mean, I could listen to him, but if I had to listen to a long term for like a long video, it's kind of difficult for me to like pay attention. But maybe I'll just take some time to get used to. And Constellation Brand went down again today. $2.50, 3% now. So I don't know what. Maybe they're selling off the stock for that Canopy billions they have to pay them. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see what happens. Because like, remember I said yesterday how I don't know how they're gonna get the money to buy Canopy. I think they're selling their stock to get to basically buy Canopy. Well, I don't know. I guess I'll end the video. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you dislike this video, please give me a thumbs down. Subscribe for future updates, and have a great day. Bye.